Okay, so your ethical dilemma, what was it and how did it begin?
Okay, so this was on a 25-day mountaineering course, all adults from 18 to 26. And I had 10 students, which is 10 students and 2 instructors ratio. And the ethical dilemma was we were in the field, and this is the whole 25 days is broken down into sections. First section with the student, everything was fine, everything was normal, nothing out of the ordinary. And then the second part is what we do a solo, where students are asked within maybe 100-yard radius of a camp that they go out and sit by themselves to spend time by themselves, like a solo, right? They drink water, they have food for about 24 hours. During that time, a student came to me, said she was feeling suicidal, you know. And part of me, that's a immediately, stop everything, address the situation. So I sat down with her and asked her what was going on, what she was feeling, and what was going through her mind, And she was saying, if I don't take her home, she's gonna kill herself, right? Which was kind of a red flag, but at the same time, like, why do you want to go home? For about 7 to 10 days, everything has been fine. Right. You're eating well, you're having a good time, you're getting to know people. So I, through question Q&A, just building a rapport with her.
And that was your initial reaction, was to just kind of wonder why she was feeling that way first?
Because sometimes because you don't want to react to what people say. You want to find out more about what people are saying. Mm-hmm. And so I inquired more, and it, quite frankly, it was more than what I had initially known. So every course that goes out, people have to sign up. They have to give you a medical background. They have to talk with a admissions counselor, and according on paper, she was totally fine. But during this discussion that I had, when she told me that if I don't take her home or release her from this course, she will commit suicide. Right?
And did you discuss this with your colleagues?
Yes, my co-instructor. Yeah, the three of us. I never meet with a student by myself. Mm-hmm. We sat down, the three of us. It's just a policy that I have, and my organization encourages that. We sat down and we talked with her. Throughout the discussion, I'm learning more that she is 20. At that time, she was 23 years old, and she's had her stomach pumped 4 times of drug overdose, which was never on her medical sheet. We never saw that. So that is a pretty big red flag. The student lied about her medical condition or the past to get on our course,
Right. Yeah. So how long did it take you guys to come to a decision about what you were going to do?
Well, immediately after I find out more, it was a good 2-3 hour talking. Just me, my co-instructor, and the student talking about what's going on, how is she feeling, and while we were talking, I could see her respiratory rate go up and go down. She would be calm and have some sort of anxiety. Mm-hmm. So I documented everything. So did my co-instructor, and then we have sat phones. So I called to my supervisor and informed him of everything that was going on.
And what was the decision you guys ultimately came to?
The decision was to take her home because we don't want to have a student who's telling us, I'm suicidal. If you don't release me from this course, I'm suicidal. Now, after we made the decision, we made the preparation to take her home. We found out, as I'm taking her home, she's opening up more, about her background. So she is the daughter of a very high, one of the top employees of Apple. And her background is very interesting. She went to private school, and a monthly allowance was $4,000, right? And she would tell us that, she told me that everybody in her school was, all of that money went to doing drugs. Wow. So as I'm learning more, I'm having this inner dialogues like, I wish we could do more for this student because it sounds like she needs the help. She opened up by saying like, sure, if I could gather this picture that she had everything provided for her, but the basic thing that she didn't have was love and care. Because she did say her closest people to her growing up were the people who took care of her.
Yeah, the people that were paid to take care of
Right.
her.
So to me, it was and then come to find out that the reason she's feeling suicidal is because she's having a withdrawal. She's having a drug withdrawal. She was on several medication.
Mm-hmm.
She also used a lot of marijuana, and another, which was not mentioned in her medical form.
Right. So that was her come down.
Yeah.
So would you have done anything differently in the future, or were any changes made after she left to prevent this from happening again?
We try to do as best we can as an organization to prevent. But if people are having suicide thoughts, that's a red flag. We have to, by policy, we have to release them to where they can get help. You know, after the course, her dad did call me, and we had a 4-hour conversation. And then I was 26 years old, and I'm giving parental advice to an adult. You know, and this was kind of it was an interesting ethical dilemma, because I was like, the student, all she needs is care and unconditional love, is what it sounds like.
Right.
She's gone to a place where she's an adult. She's been expelled from 3 different colleges, right? And she has a high pressure to become, from her parents, she told me that she wants to become a high official in the government.
Be successful.
Be very successful. So there's that pressure, yet there isn't that support. And my dilemma was like, I wish we could have done more for the student. In the context of the organization that I work for, I have to release her. And there's nothing more we could do, because come to find out that people lie on their medical forms and then lied in the interview that they have before coming on the course.
Right. Okay. Thank you. That concludes our questions. Thank you so much.